Yeah, I did. But that's because I've known how to do. I've done color for Ryan like 3 times. I feel like your color feeds really well off me. I don't think my color will feed off you. No, that doesn't make any sense. Let's just stick with what we've been doing. Yeah, I feel like this is not the game to like.
It probably would be. Jeez.
One game.
Hello and welcome to the Ken Carter Gymnasium for a brilliant matchup tonight between the Hershey Huskies and the Fremd Vikings. This is it, the end of the season. Not necessarily winner take all, you still got a regional, and unfortunately Hershey is not able to make it into the conference championship, which will be played at Fremd, but they are going to the regional, which will be played at Fremd, and as it stands right now, they do have a path that works well for them. But for tonight, huge matchup coming up. A Fremd team which they lost to by 4 points last time, and Coach Wadowski playing against his former team in this home gymnasium this year.
100%. It's not just a Fremd team they lost to. It's a Fremd team that's 7th in state in the AP poll. It's a Fremd team that's winning right now in the MSL. They're first in the conference, and they've been dominating teams, 23-2. Unbelievable. One of those losses was a buzzer beater. This team is a threat, a major threat, not just to the MSL, but to the entire state basketball IHSA. And right now, I mean, they're going to try to dominate this Husky squad, and a win against the Vikings tonight would be incredible for the team morale, for the confidence, and for all these fans who come out and watch.
A win here would do absolutely so much for the late part of the season. As you say, in college basketball, you want to win before March. Well, this is essentially our March coming up. And we're going to send you back down to courtside where we will get into the action. On the floor, we've got our usual starters, except for one minor difference I'm noticing is Tristan Trotter is currently on the floor for Ethan Greaves. We've seen that kind of switch around throughout the season. Ethan will sometimes play the 3, Tristan will sometimes play at the 3, but here we go. Charlie Palmas kicking it down low to Narat. Those two are going to go to work, but a good offensive board by Irwin. Couldn't put it back up, and it's going to be out of bounds, Hershey ball.
Yeah, we mentioned Hershey has the odds against them, and that really stands. The trio of Vikings on the floor right now in Rafael Pinto, Tommy Moffitt, and Jordan Williams, These are 3 guys that could very well be all region. Jordan Williams could be all state. He's averaging well over 20. He's dominance. Dominance with a capital D. That is Jordan Williams. Look for him down in the paint. He's going to try to bomb these Huskies.
Here comes Irwin down in the paint, getting his first two of the night for the Huskies. What a start to have. So here we go. He's bringing it up the floor now. For Fremd is Tommy Moffitt, kicking it down low to Rafael Pinto, going against 2 guys. Pomitz initially got a hand in, but Pinto's putback goes.
And it's just the size of this Fremd team. Like, they're just so big, and it's not how much we saw Tony Belungenai for Palatine. He's very big, but he's not very mobile. These guys are huge and mobile.
What a feed from Irwin down low to Jake Narot to finish it. And that's exactly what they're going to look for tonight, is looking for Narot down low. How can they utilize the big man?
And not just Narot down low, the flashy play, build momentum. That's how you're going to beat the Vikings.
And what you're going to notice is a lot of Narot and Williams. We run a lot of man here with Hersey. It's going to be Narot and Williams. Those are the 2 to work against tonight. Narot found his way, as here's a 3 ball, just going to be off the mark. That was Moffitt putting it up. Irwin gets the board. And here comes Logan Luxem bringing it up the floor. Just looking for some movement now as it's Irwin, who's really come into his own these last couple games. Obviously, we mentioned Hersey had kind of cooled off before their most recent win against Barrington on our marquee game. As here's Pomitz driving in, kicking it out to Irwin. But now Hersey's starting to find a little bit more of a groove. They had an 8-day break, and now you're playing against the red-hot Fremd team and exactly who you want to go play, one of the top teams in the state, go get a win. Still seeing a lot of movement. Pomitz, a little switch up. He's going against Williams. The mismatch, couldn't get it. And the rebound's going to go to Fremd, taking it up the floor now. Here comes Pinto, and a good steal as he was trying to look for Chase Nelson. Uh-oh, here comes Pomitz. Oh, good defense on the part of Tommy Moffitt. As now here's Williams in the corner, taking it in. Ooh, smooth finish down low from Jordan Williams.
And we've seen an interesting sequence so far. It's been fast break after fast break, and this is what happens when both defenses are playing in the man. The Huskies thrive against the man. That's why they need to capitalize early. Once the zone comes out, they're stifled quick.
Couple rare misses from Pomitz. Here's a beautiful turnaround from Jake Narot. Add a little spice to it on that finish. But as I was mentioning, Charlie Pomitz was just leaving a couple layups short. Here's Nelson driving in on Irwin. Good defense on the part of Irwin, but a better finish from Chase Nelson. And this might be what we're going to see today. Kind of a similar start that we saw with Meadows earlier in the season, just jabbing at each other's throat. Look at that feed, but again, another layup that is just going short. And Charlie Pomitz says no from behind the back.
And wow, that's huge. Paint defense is going to be absolutely massive. You've already seen Fremd make their size presence known down in the paint. They have a couple blocks already, but blocks, steals down in the paint like we've seen Irwin and Pomitz do, that's massive for Husky momentum.
It was Chase Nelson who got absolutely denied with the palm of Charlie Pomitz as Jordan Williams left that one just a little short. Luxem with the rebound, bringing it up the floor. Irwin, aggressive drive, can't get that one to fall. So a couple misses on both sides of the ball, just can't get things to sink in the paint right now. So here's Moffitt, kicking it out. Williams, nice little finish underneath.
You just cannot leave him open. That's just a defensive mistake. He was wide there from about 10 feet out. Very difficult to stop when you have a 6'6" frame running at you, driving in like that, especially with his athletic build.
And that is Ricardo Requena as Irwin goes diving after the ball, and he gets that one back. Again, the effort plays from Irwin. Open, Trotter from 3. No good. But the effort plays from Irwin. He just provides a spark, and he will lay his body on the line for this team. That's just how much he cares. What a guy Kyle Irwin is. Nelson from 3. That one couldn't come in off the other bounce. And what I'm noticing right now is you can hear when Fremd is on defense, the D-up chance, the defense chance. They've got a large crowd.
They do. It's a big...
And another turnover. Back in the hands of Nelson. Here they come. Over to Williams. They're trying to get it to him consistently, but Williams in and out. Ball stays up in the air before landing in Trotter. Oh, and just a steal to get that one back into Tommy Moffitt for the finish. So a wild sequence. Trotter had it, and then it was stolen away by Williams, and Tommy Moffitt sitting underneath the basket to finish it.
And the teapot singing, Bob Widlowski starting to get mad at the stripes. That's his first today. Should put a ticker on the screen for how many times he does that. He's a very animated character down that Hersey bench.
I agree. Maybe could have been a jump ball called in that situation. Now going to be a personal foul called on Fremd. Stripes is hearing it from the Fremd coach, Mike Brown, giving the official an earful. Is now coming on the floor is Ethan Grease getting his first minutes of the night. This is our first legitimate stoppage of the game. Aside from our first 30 seconds, they've been pretty much playing live this entire time. As the inbound's going to go to Palmas against Williams. That was a nice little finish down low. Now it's Chase Nelson bringing it up the floor. That's who they really want with the ball in their hands if it's not Williams, and that is a travel. One too many steps there for Sean O'Connor, the senior guard. As I was mentioning, this is the second time we've seen a team from the Palatine area kind of outnumbering our student section. Can't help but say I'm a little bit disappointed, but make do with what you have, and I'm sure the people that are here are going to be made proud.
I hope so.
Leyva also checked in as well for Irwin. He's got the ball over to Luxem, to Grease in the corner. Palmas, why not? Straight cash from Charlie Palmas. 3-ball, got the screen on Williams, left open, and he did not miss. Here it comes, down low. Oh, physical. That was Moffitt. Physical play, as you mentioned. Luxem right back the other way. Ooh, just try to lay it. Might have been a little bit of an air ball, but fortune favors the bold as Hersey's going to get the ball right back. And now a lot of changes coming in for Fremd. Some of their starters that went off the floor are coming back on now. Rafael Pinto, Ricardo Requena stepping back on the floor.
That's why this team's so dangerous, is because they just subbed in Charlie Klein and Sean O'Connor as Pinto walked off a couple minutes ago, and those two have had their share of game winners this year. They're all very dangerous.
Ethan Grease uses those steps, takes the floater, puts his shoulder into the defender's chest, and finishes with ease. And now it's your big man, Jordan Williams, your star for Fremd, bringing it up the floor, defended by Grease. Kick it back out to Klon. Trying to draw a foul there is Klon. Contact with Grease. Rafael Pinto, little spin around, trying to drive in. Ethan Grease said no. Here it comes. Narat. Whoa! A lot of contact there, no foul call. Mismatch coming up the floor. Williams, Leyva, there's the charge. Wow. Didn't get the call at one end, but I can't say it enough. This team is so incredibly good at drawing the charge. They do it better than any other team in the entire state. I will say it.
What a start.
Clinical right there.
Everyone's just firing out of a cannon, all cylinders. 900 horsepower straight to the gas, and they've been taking all these hustle plays, as you mentioned earlier. Irwin's been playing dodgeball down here in the defensive half.
It's really, you're just watching guys dart from one end of the floor to the other, and that's the kind of basketball you love seeing.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff you see in March. And remember, we said we're getting into our March a little bit, getting excited for the end of the season. We talked about how this team could make a run to the Final Four. Could that be the instance this year? Sort of cooled off. Oh, it's now Palmas taking it. Just a little short as Fremd's going to come up with the rebound. This time they will not get the charge. Ethan Grease was not able to plant his feet, finishing as Tommy Moffitt and getting the foul, which will send him to the charity stripe, looking to add on another.
A foul on person number 1, Ethan Grease, his first personal, first team foul. That's counted for number 5, Tommy Moffitt. Substitution for Fremd number 2.
That's a big foul. We thought before this there was going to be a lot of free throws coming in this game, a lot of fouls. It was going to be typical MSL basketball. We thought it was going to be breaks, it was going to be free throws. That's what lost Hersey the original game against Fremd. But now we've seen, as we mentioned, fast-paced play, but it's just the first quarter. If you're looking forward to what's going to happen later, it's going to be a lot of free throws. The game is going to be won at the charity stripe today, mark my words.
A little bit of some press defense from Chase Nelson against Pomus as he got it over to Irwin. You'll see a lot of the ball movement around the perimeter and just the physicality, as you see it right now from Irwin, just trying to get a lane where he can drive. And so much movement, now getting into the Stars' hand, but such aggressive defense from number 2, that is Chase Nelson. And Pomus, the star man, he's going to try to look for that shot at the last second. Down low to Irwin, draws the foul. He'll go to the stripe to shoot 2. And this is an opportunity to tie the game going into the quarter. Can't stress enough how important these free throws are. 1.7 left on the clock. Pomus was looking for that shot right at the last second, but he saw Irwin down low open, but he wasn't able to get it in due to the foul, but now he's got a chance to shoot 2.
You gotta love that from Charlie Pomus. Every possession matters, and I think he knows that last contested 3 he took, maybe not the greatest decision. No discredit to him, but that's not, you have to know every possession matters. You're playing against, this isn't South Elgin who you're matched up with in the first round of the regional semifinals. This is the number 7 team in state. Every possession matters. I'm going to keep repeating that throughout today's broadcast because it really does. Charlie Pomus makes that possession matter with that dish down low.
And Irwin drains the second one. Huge free throws to knot us up at 15 apiece. And you talked about how Fremd was ranked in the 7th in the AP poll. Hersey was up there in the top 10 at one point. Here's DP. Woo! Close one. Chase Nelson nearly sunk that from the opposite IHSA logo. And so now we've got a break in the quarter. And what are you going to address going into this, Caden?
There's nothing really to address. It's not really been on coaching. If I'm
not at all.
Not at all. It's just been very aggressive from both sides. There hasn't been any slow possessions where you can make coaching adjustments. It's done back and forth, loose balls to loose balls. Maybe hunker down, keep possession, make possession your top priority. But other than that, I think this was a really well-played half by Hersey. They're facing man defense. On the other side for Fremd, I think they're going to start to transition to the zone. And when they start to transition to the zone, Hersey starts to have trouble. We've seen that in the Barrington game. They did win, but they struggled against the zone. Later on, we saw that against Meadows. We saw that against the Palatine game away where we lost by double digits. So if Fremd comes to this zone, then Widlowski's going to have to make some coaching changes.
And you know that he's definitely telling them something. He's trying to get them fired up. He's such an energy coach, such a motivational guy. Really gets you fired up to, be out on the floor. And that's, the Signetti feel that we've talked about. But now it's even more because he's playing against his former team. He's coaching against his former team. This guy was at Fremd for 33 years. And now he's facing them at another prestigious school in the area, and he's brought this program from the depths of hell to contention. Down low. Sorry, that's a travel. Rafael Pinto, one too many steps that time. Turnover, Hersey ball.
I asked him pregame about any feelings surrounding playing his old team, his alma mater, Fremd, and his couple words, they fired me up, as you mentioned. He said, "I'm a Husky now." That's all he said. "I'm a Husky now, am I?" And I said, "Yes, you are." And he's like, "There's your answer."
Absolutely
Beautiful words.
Right. That is the best way you can say it as a coach.
It really is.
Brilliant answer. You're a Husky.
William Shakespeare.
And he's more of a Husky than, he's the same amount of a Husky as anybody else in this arena right now. Pomus. Oh, no, he's able to sink it, but number 12, that is Ricardo Requeno, was able to draw the charge.
And that's going to be frustrating. We don't have the best angle whatsoever. We're not up in the skybox with the wide shot camera, but from our angle, that did not look like there's a lot of contact, especially on the defensive side.
The instant replay in my head tells me otherwise in the call, but sometimes you got to live with that. And now, you can see the aggressiveness on defense. They're not letting them have anything, but Moffitt's going to shoot from 3 anyways. Oh, Williams tried to save it, and now that's going to bring up a man advantage the other way on the fast break. Narat, kick it. Trotter,
no.
A late hand from Requeno. A jump ball, let's see where the arrow goes to. It's going to be Hersey ball.
And man, if the game of basketball was won on blocks and not points, this would be a blowout right now.
Yeah.
Hershey's having trouble underneath. They just can't. It's like chipping away at a gold mine. You're chipping at bedrock. You know there's gold behind it, but you'll never get through, and that's what's happening right now.
Fremd is letting nothing be scored on them down low. Now with a little pump fake over to Trotter, who just got his shot denied, and they're just playing so aggressive. Thomas driving in, gets the bucket and one, send him to the line.
That's huge.
Aggressiveness, swooping underneath with his shoulder behind Jordan Williams and finishing with a little bit of pizzazz.
Unbelievable. That's a huge basket, obviously, driving in on Williams. But he gets the foul as well. Absolutely massive. Now the Wicked Wizard of the West, he has 2 fouls, 3 away.
And he is unable to get the free throw, and just another unfortunate situation trying to draw that charge, unable to. It's going to be a blocking foul called on Trotter. That's going to be a first foul for Trotter today. The junior guard, he's had a standout season, working his way into the starting 5. Had such a big impact off the bench, and the guy he replaced, Grease, has also had such a big impact. As here comes Moffitt, lost the handle. Here comes Nara behind the back, taking up the floor. Trotter, a little bit of busyness on the left sideline.
Oh, wow.
Thomas, another beautiful finish.
There we go.
All the way to the cup, and now momentum is swinging towards the Huskies.
100%. We need to be a little bit louder. That's a huge run that we just went on. 6-0, spanning 2 quarters of play. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, huge for momentum. Widlowski's telling his team, keep it up. He's not very happy with the stripes. They've been getting an arm workout recently. He doesn't really like that. He's just telling them, you've been doing good stopping Jordan Williams. You've stopped Moffitt. Pinto only has 4. The combined trio only has 13 points, 10 minutes in. That's beautiful basketball right now. That's ideal conditions for the Huskies.
They're getting it to their hot hand right now.
Really
Charlie
are.
Thomas, every time he's got the ball, he's able to just knife his way through traffic, able to just lay it in with ease. If I'm Hersey, get it to him, or even get it to him, and he doesn't even have to score. He's able to find Kyle, he's able to find Logan, whoever's open, if even. He's just such a good ball. He's just such a good, he's able to find anybody who's open. He's able to dish it out. And with a little bit of element of surprise, too. You never know when he's going to pass. You never know when he's going to shoot.
Absolutely.
Oh, how about getting your pocket picked? Nearly Jordan Williams. Like an octopus, he just stuck out his tentacle there. It was Jake Norrock getting the steal. Nearly, but Fremd's going to hold on to it. Chase Nelson. Looking for 3 maybe. He's going to send it to Williams. Moffitt driving in. Absorbed by Irwin. Nelson trying to kick it in. Outside Williams. So you can see 2 guys coming over for Hersey almost every time the ball is in Williams' hands. As another 3 from Moffitt's going to be off the mark.
Wow.
Thomas gets his pocket picked by Nelson. Up the floor, here comes Williams.
Oh, no.
Trying to drive in. Good defense by Trotter. Outside, Nelson, he hits a 3.
Oh, my goodness.
It all started with that turnover, and really Fremd was just able to find some momentum and able to find a guy open when they needed it. Oh, and what a find by Logan Luxon.
Wow.
Down underneath the Charlie Thomas. He took off from that corner like a receiver running a dig over the middle, was able to get that ball and finish it underneath.
And that's a huge answer. Obviously, Fremd's now transitioning into his zone like we predicted, and those fast breaks are the key to stopping it and slicing it like butter.
Norrock gets another hand in on Williams. We've seen that 3 times so far. That one ended up going out of bounds. I do remember Logan saying in his interview that his best attribute would have been something fancy passing related. I remember exactly what he said. There's another travel from Fremd. Ball took a little while to roll in after the travel. That's the 2nd time we've seen Rafael Pinto take too many steps. He's going to be subbed off the floor by Mike Brown.
And that's one of the stories of the game so far. We've seen defensive turnovers from Fremd. They've been very aggressive defensively. They've been collected. They've stripped the ball away. But on the offensive end, so many violations have been called against them, and I bet Mike Brown's not very happy with that.
Self-inflicted wounds.
Exactly.
Mike Brown, another prestigious coach. I mean, obviously, this is only his second year at Fremd as he filled the vacancy of Woodlowski. But I can't remember where he was before this. Do you happen to know, Caden? Thomas fadeaway, just a little too powerful on that one.
I think he was assistant at Barrington. Could be wrong.
I thought he was a head coach somewhere. Ricano now. And another steal. Here comes Luxem. Bring it up. And throw it down! How about a dunk to put some salt on the wound? Fast break, Logan Luxem, easy jam time.
There we go, baby. Logan Luxem taking flight. We mentioned the marquee game. Bob Woodlowski, he does not like when his players take flight. He's more of an air traffic controller. Stay on the ground, take the easy points. But hey, pays off, real flashy, brings momentum. Logan Luxem, ladies and gentlemen.
I think air traffic control would like to also have people in the air sometimes too. As Fremd, you can see they're a little bit shaky. The Vikings are a little bit out of sorts. Williams, he's going to take a three. Oh, wow. That was a beautiful shot. The flick of the wrist, and he's able to drain that one. He had a hand all the way in his face, too. Williams throwing his name into the hat. So now it's Grease. It's defended by Klon there. Thomas, look at that turnaround. Oh, nearly got the finish for another and one. He'll go to the free throw line for two, and these are free throws you need to have. He missed the one earlier that he had. Now he's got a chance for redemption. He needs to put these up because that one would put you up three. You don't want to give Fremd any breathing room, especially with the amount of threes that they've been taking.
Exactly, and he's already into 11-point territory, double digits. Could tack on a couple more. This is a great performance for Thomas. But I know, even though all these fans here, they're like, wow, Charlie Thomas, carry this team to victory. I know Woodlowski's trying to get other guys involved. You've seen Luxem on the fast break. You've seen Kyle Irwin down low early on. He brings the momentum strong early on, but now the game is settling. They're leaning heavily on Thomas, and so far he is delivering.
He's got such a, I was going to say supporting cast, but this is such a well-routed team that you couldn't even consider it a supporting cast, really. Just because of how good each and every player is on and off the bench.
Wow.
So that one's short from Moffitt. Good rebound there from Kyle Irwin. Thomas, he's going to drive in again. He's got two in his way. Looking for Irwin. Oh, try to go for that dipsy, too. Could not get it. Chase Nelson up the floor for Fremd. On the fast break, tried to force one through to Klein. Didn't work.
Wow. That'll be on Ethan Grease.
Personal foul. Maybe a little bit of a push off on the fly there from Ethan Grease. Good steal there from Thomas, and he had Irwin wide open. And I'm telling you, that play doesn't get stopped. If Kyle hits that three, this place is going to get a little bit more rowdy.
100%, but that's a huge stoppage. And especially because we just keep seeing these changes of possessions. It's hard to really analyze. It's hard to really think about. It's just constant changing of hands.
Williams from that exact same spot, nearly got it again, just off the mark.
He loves that spot. That's where he hit the game winner against the Lakes just a couple weeks ago.
Here's Grease, the hot hand from three, straight cash. Ethan Grease, the best three-point shooter on this team, and it's not close. Get him the ball outside, he's not missing. Nelson looking for Moffitt. He's got Rafael Pinto. Try not to draw that, get that travel again. It's gonna roll in. Pinto often finds his way just to the right side, underneath the basket. That's kind of his favorite side, I'm noticing, and he'll normally park there and finish it, as Luxem was trying to get that little roll in, couldn't do so. Grease to Irwin. Outside, Luxem from deep, off the mark. Man. 4-point advantage for your Huskies right now. A little bit of a surprise. I think a lot of people would have had Fremd going into this game, but Hersey playing them very hard right now. But also, some self-inflicted wounds from Fremd. You see it again there. Luxem looking, Thomas driving in, easy. What a finish again from Charlie Thomas. He's up to 14 on the night.
And Jordan Williams is just not the Jordan Williams we know, and that's huge for the Huskies right now. He seems off. He seems out of it. Moffitt seems out of it. Pinto's trying his best, but some violations have hurt him. And this entire Fremd offense is just having trouble moving the ball.
Looking like Audie Crooks there on defense, just not scoring as much as she does. Oh, and Williams just nearly turned the ball over again. Norwood's just been all over him. Because now it's Chase Nelson, and really because of no shot clock, this has been a 45-second possession for Fremd, as they're going to hold on to it until the very last second. This is where I think a 35-second shot clock would maybe be useful, because using an entire minute per possession is just not necessary, and Williams is going to look for the key to try and finish it. Oh, what a spin.
Wow.
Was it a travel? It was a double dribble. And Williams is furious with the call, and that's going to give the ball back to Mercy with 2.3. Ample time to go score. And if I'm Whitlow here, maybe take a timeout. Or, you know, you got Jake Nara, who we know can throw a ball pretty well.
Yep.
All he's got to do is just quarterback it as he does. Look for probably Thomas, or, I mean, I would have probably liked to have had Grease on the floor, but Luxem from half court. Ooh, not close. But anyways,
wow.
How about a 6-point advantage over the number 7 ranked team in the state going into halftime? Charlie Thomas has been your guy so far. 14 points. He's got more than any other Hersey player combined, really carrying the load.
How about it? And you know when your Ants jambalaya is cooking in the crock pot and you got to cover it, you got to make sure it's not exploding all over the place. The Huskies are doing a great job of covering it. We know that jambalaya, those Vikings, can explode, can pop, can burn you. But right now, they're getting covered. Widlowski's put a blanket over it. He's making sure that's not popping off. Thomas adding a little salt on the wound there. He has been gorgeous. This team has been gorgeous. I love this first half.
We've got a second half awaiting you. Quite a game we've got so far. Sure to get even better, but we are going to send it over to halftime, where we will send it over to our Hersey Orchesis, where they will perform a halftime show. You good? All right, so before we get back into halftime, I would like to take this moment individually to address something that happened this past Wednesday. So right now the Hershey community is currently mourning the loss of a good friend of mine, a Hershey alumni of the class of 2024, Danny DeRay, who this past Wednesday lost his life in a battle with depression. Danny was a treasured member of this community, an athlete, an academic weapon, I would say. He was such a great kid beyond many means. He was an incredible young man, had so much talent on the field and off the field. He had such an incredible future. I was so grateful to have gotten to know him as he became a senior and as he went on to college. He was such an incredible kid. And obviously, my thoughts and the Hershey community's, our thoughts and prayers go to the DeRay family. But I would also like to take this moment to address the idea of depression and possibly suicidal thoughts. If you are ever going through something like that, please talk to somebody. The Hershey community, we have such a loving community. We are willing to take you in with open arms, and there's so many people that you can talk to. If you ever are going through something like that, or if you ever notice anybody going through something like that, please talk to somebody. Your life is so precious, your life is so valuable. You know, God brought you to this earth for a reason. You have so many people who love and care about you, so please, if you can, just talk to the people you care about and just be supportive and just talk to people if you're ever going through a situation like that. It really pains me to have to be on here to address this because Danny was such a close person in my life, but I would like everybody to know that this is really the issue that we want to address, is the idea that your life is so valuable and we want you to live the fullest. And obviously our thoughts and prayers go to the DeRay family. Thank you so much. Let's get back into the game. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning into that recent message, but let's get back into basketball here. So we've got a second half awaiting you. Current score is 29-23. Your Hershey Huskies have the lead over the 7th-ranked Fremd Vikings, and really just a huge 16 minutes of basketball coming up. As you can see, kind of the focus, and really just you can feel the energy ready to pop in this arena as soon as a big play happens, and you can kind of feel the tenseness of every single player on the floor. Let's get back into it. Chase Nelson is going to bring it up the floor to start. Right over to Jordan Williams. Tommy Moffitt, Ricana now. Getting every single hand on the ball for Fremd in this opening possession. Here we go, Ricana over to Moffitt. Tight defense from Hershey right now. Moffitt's going to shoot from three. That's no good. I think he's about 1 for 6 tonight. Probably should start taking it a little more down low. Here's Trotter outside, Nara, a little hezzy there. Outside to Pomis. He's got 2 on him. Now defended by Moffitt. Over to Nara. Here's Luxem. Up top to Trotter. McKenna just trying to get a hand in there. So here's Pomis defended by Moffitt. Lost the handle there. I don't believe Moffitt was actually getting the steal. It was just a misplace on the transfer of the hand from Charlie Pomis. And that was another travel. Chase Nelson just lost his own footing. It almost looked like Irwin kind of, well, maybe give him a little bit of a shove, but that's obviously not what happened. You could kind of see him slip, and he's checking the tires on that one, rubbing his hands against the soles of his shoes. And Caden, like, really, what's your thoughts going into this half? Oh, here's a three. Ooh, that's money from Charlie Thomas. Continue.
The half is won by the volume in this arena. That's what I think right now. We have played such an amazing first half. The Huskies have done really well against the Vikings. They have stopped the trio. They've played good defense, forced a lot of turnovers and violations. And right now, this energy is going to win us the game, or the lack of energy could lose it. It's going to be up to the feeling right now in the crowd.
It's Jordan Williams now. They're just trying to get him some points. He's only got 7 right now, which is well below his average for the season, I would imagine. We don't have the actual stats. Chase Nelson defended by Trotter. Outside, Pinto from 3, and he hits it.
Oh, good.
So an answer from Fremd. The lead went up to 9, but they cut it back down to 6 in a heartbeat. It's now Luxem. Quick play outside to Trotter. You can imagine Hersey might respond with a 3 of their own. They shoot the lights out from outside the arc. They've been doing it so well throughout the season. Thomas taking it down low. Could have been a travel, but it looks like they're going to call the foul. As you can see, the visible reaction from Fremd. Maybe the foul occurred before that 3rd step, but it was definitely a close call that time around.
Yeah, I believe that was supposed to be a travel call. The head referee arguing with the tail referee a little bit, telling him maybe that was a missed call, and I believe he knew that too. He told Coach up there as well. Yeah, just a little missed call. I think Fremd's not very happy, their entire student section there, but possession of the Huskies.
Woodlowski still doing his pace up and down the floor as he normally does. A little cross up from Thomas. That's going to be a charge. Wasn't able to get it to fall, but good draw of the charge there from Fremd. Aggressive play from Thomas. It was a good way to knife down low. He kind of had Tommy Moffitt looking a little bit lost there.
Yeah, that's textbook by Ricardo Ricania, and he has been a defensive powerhouse, forcing a lot of turnovers. Believe that's his 2nd charge of the game. He's also had steals. Believe he has a block as well. He's dangerous.
Williams, bit of a clunky layup there, and another one from Moffitt. They just can't get anything to go right now. Up the floor, Thomas taking it to Irwin. He's facing 2, using those elbows to fend him off. Legal play there, though. As Nara, he can't get it to go, but the rebound's going to fall back in the hands of Luxem. Maybe just a reset now. Tell him to calm down a little bit. Take your time. A lot of aggressive play. They were trying to just get a quick point off the fast break. Nara, does that pump fake a lot. It normally works. Luxem, he shoots from deep. Splash!
Wow. You could tell everything was going. The basketball guys were with Hersey. Tip balls right back to them. Calls with them too, and they capitalized. Logan Luxem, deep 3.
Looking like Clay Thompson with the flick of the wrist there. What a shot from Logan Luxem. Right into the heart of Fremd is Ricania. Oh, he's going to go in. How about that little hesitation? Putting it down. Trim the lead down to 7 and out. The volume of the arena you talked about is starting to turn a little bit of Fremd's way, which is kind of disappointing because this is a home crowd.
Exactly, and it really is one of the biggest games in the past decade here at Hersey. This should be an absolutely massive showing. It's a little lackluster from the student section. Not for Fremd. They are loud. They are all black. They have a theme. We don't. A little less rowdy over here. Just crazy. But yeah, I think a packed out student section, we'd be up by a lot more, I can't lie. Maybe a more energetic one as well.
I don't think we filled the entire student section since Prospects, unfortunately. I mean, looking like that parent section is just a little more packed.
Yep.
But really, I mean, I told Leo Cohen today, I was like, hey, like big basketball game at the end of the season, try to get as many people as you could. Looks like he tried. Very unfortunate showing from most of the seniors. Kind of seeing that the juniors are outnumbering the class of 26. I would expect better from our guys.
Yep. But maybe they're looking forward to attending the playoff run. Maybe the regular season closed off a little. They're on their mind to South Elgin at Prospect.
Then again, in all fairness, it is a 3-day weekend. There's probably a lot of people going out of town. Probably not a lot of people are home. But I can imagine there's probably a good lot of people at home as well or out and about. You know, why not go to a basketball game while you're at it? And probably people had a tiring day too, you know, the Love Bus.
Yeah.
Cersei's got it back up the floor now, up 7. Thomas from 3. Ooh, not an ideal shot there. So now, good finish there from Chase Nelson. Looks like we're getting our ball game here.
All right, here we go, and this is the pinnacle. This could be the climax of this third quarter, maybe even the game. Huskies need a decision. They need to make it quick.
Outside, Irwin. Oh, just crazy good effort from Irwin. Could not get it to fall. Here's Nelson, who just had that big bucket. Over to Tommy Moffitt. Williams now in his bright green shoes against Nara in his salmon-colored shoes. Outside, Moffitt from three, no good. Another miss from Tommy Moffitt. He hit one on his very first attempt, and he has been 0 for 6 since. And you don't want to let Fremd go on the run here. Huge possession for Hersey. If you can get a 2 here, it could kind of quiet the crowd on the opposite side. Trotter wanted to pull up. A little bit of a hesitation there. Timeout, Hersey.
Good timeout. Very good timeout.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That was exactly what we needed. Just a little bit of a reset, you know?
Yeah.
You could feel kind of the anxiousness, the intensity. Really just calm down a little bit. And that's all you really need is to just address what's going on the floor right now and get yourself back into a groove where you can, you know, either get some points down low or get some guys open where you can shoot the lights out from three, which is what you can do. You can do both those things so incredibly well. So talk it over, and then you'll be in a good spot.
And you have a 5-point lead. This isn't dire straits, and you've been doing your job absolutely beautifully to a T. You have stifled this dangerous Fremd offense. This is a top 10 offense in the state. And right now, you're actually kind of making it look like a JV team. I mean, you've played extremely well. Nothing has been falling for Fremd. It's just a matter of keeping it up for the next 11 minutes and 5 seconds. How are you going to stifle them? How are you going to make sure they don't score 5 more points than you do in the coming minutes? That's the big question. I'm so excited to see this finish.
And on the green and gold side, I can only imagine Mike Brown is telling them, like, we got to stop the self-inflicted wounds. We cannot travel anymore. We cannot have any more double dribbles. We cannot turn the ball over. All of which we've seen a lot of. In Fremd, they're forcing turnovers, but they're also giving the ball away. Haven't seen a lot of forced turnovers from Hersey. A lot of those turnovers are coming from their own mistakes, on the Fremd side at least. Leva is checked in for Irwin. Grease is checked in for Trotter. We're yet to see Will Beck yet. Oh, and now Nara from three. That one was short. Thomas gets the rebound. A reset. Luxem. Open was Grease, trying to drive in. Stepping back, but getting his hand in there is Rafael Pinto. Now up the floor. Here comes Nelson with it. Calling for something. Movement down on the baseline. Over to Ricania. Moffitt. Leva's not giving him anything. Up top. Outside to Moffitt again. Here's Jordan Williams. A little bit of a spin around. No, that's all the way. Wow. What incredible defense. Not an ideal shot there from Jordan Williams. He's really having an off night, but you got to give the most credit to Jake Nara out there for the defense. As Thomas is trying to go up for a shot, got fouled on the way, and he will head to the line. And Thomas is on the way to 20 points as it stands right now. He stands at 17, and if he hits both here, he will be just 1 point off at 19.
100%, he's been playing well, but you saw a phenomenal defensive possession from the Huskies. Eli Leva off the bench did not let Chase Nelson drive whatsoever, or maybe that's Pinto. Either way, those are two major weapons who have been in the MSL for a while, who have dominated teams constantly, who probably each have 30 wins under their belt. And Eli Leva stopped, just absolutely shut the door. And then later on, Jake Nara stopping one of the most electric players in the conference in the state.
Another miss. That is Charlie's third miss from the line tonight. We've seen him hit big threes, but just from that line, it just, the pressure just amplifies. Another error there from Fremd. Hersey basketball again. Missed pass. I believe that was on Williams, or was it Moffitt? Can't necessarily get the picture back in my head. But another turnover. More self-inflicted wounds. It was just out of the reach of Pinto.
Just very disappointing. And right now, if you're Wadlowski, you know, you're a tenured coach, you know, when this team, such a team of such a good caliber, is making these mistakes, you need to take advantage. They have been doing so, but they're waiting for the dagger. They're firing it up, they're unsheathing it, and they're ready.
They're setting it up. Fade away from Thomas. got the foul on the way down. He'll head to the line again, and now, I've said it so many times, but it doesn't change. The free throws here are just so crucial. You need to hit both here, and I can imagine that's the only thing Charlie's thinking about right now is I gotta hit both, I gotta hit both, I gotta hit both. And it really what you don't want to think about when you're up there is what we call the Murphy's Law. I can't remember definitive definition for that. I believe it's if you think it's something regarding if you think of the worst possible outcome will happen. Like in golf, if you think about not hitting it in the water, you're gonna hit it in the water. And obviously, don't think about the miss. You're not going to miss. Charlie Thomas is exactly that. He's up to 20. A little bit of a stumble there from Grease. Klon now over to Williams. Try to get a little screen. Mismatch. Over to Williams, over to Klon. Good defense by Schroeder, but a better finish from Charlie Klon. Gets his first 2 of the night off the bench. Haven't seen many minutes from him, but he is making an impact when he is on the floor.
But I like this with Coach Brown, getting some fresh legs out there, not seeing the same tired 5 faces down there on the floor. And the Vikings, now they're going to have some life injected into them with these new pairs.
Maybe his change in strategy is Narlat's off the floor. He hasn't been off the floor very often tonight, but obviously they're going to get it to their guy. Charlie Thomas, pull up from 3, short. Good offensive board. Trotter now. Over to Luxem, calling for something, trying to get some movement. Looking for Trotter, but he'll get it over to Irwin instead. Tight defense from Pinto. Here's Luxem outside. Thomas, maybe looking to pull up again. Just calming things down. And again, we just might see the use of that entire minute. Charlie Thomas, here comes you're going to see some aggressive defense from Moffitt. He's trying to force the over and back. 18 seconds left. They're going to use every single second they can. Thomas is obviously going to try to take the shot here. They're going to draw something up or maybe get someone open. 6 seconds left. Here's Thomas bringing it up. Pulls up. Shoots. Can't get it to go. Pinto didn't get it off in time. That one was off the mark. So Hershey still has a 38-32 lead. And they have really found something going here. Despite an answer from Fremd and momentum starting to swing in their favor a little bit as it seemed, they're still up 6 and they are still performing extremely well. I'd like to take this moment to congratulate some of our winter sports and our winter sport athletes. Obviously, cheer team just won a state championship. Congratulations to all those athletes. I know they worked very hard to win that first ever state title in our school's history for cheer. That's our 3rd state title in just 2.5 years. Incredible feats, as we hadn't had one for almost 34 years before that, and now every Hershey sport seems to be on the come up.
100% agree. Not just team titles. We've witnessed many individual titles. Nate Mabry, past couple of years.
And gymnastics.
Tennis.
We have potential for an individual state title in wrestling soon enough next week. Rooting on Frankie Tago and many other wrestling athletes. And can't imagine the difficult season they've had to go through, but they've kept on powering through and they've made it to states despite all the drama that's been going on. Shout out to all those guys. Huge 4th quarter now. Obviously, Fremd is just eyeing just a little bit of momentum. Both teams have ample amount of timeouts, but neither team really has fouls to give. So that's going to make it chaotic going into the end of the game.
That's true.
If Fremd is still down by this much with about 2 minutes left to go, you can imagine they're going to start to foul. As Narlat sits down at the center, he's getting ready to check back in. Looking for Thomas down low, trying to go for that aggressive finish. He does exactly that. Against Jordan Williams, who just hasn't been having the greatest night, Charlie Thomas is having an incredible night. 22. He is the entire Hershey offense right now. And Williams, Irwin does it again. Wow. Draws that charge. Kyle Irwin does it so well. 2nd time he's drawn a charge tonight. I believe I've seen him do that around 20 times a season.
Unbelievable.
You know how incredible that is?
And if you're a fan in the brown and orange right now, you're loving this game. Every single thing is going your way. Calls, shots, violations, anything. You could even say the fouls, like just the timeouts even. they're all going your way. It just seems like the green and gold, they're frustrated. The brown and orange, the basketball gods, they're on your side.
I was going to say the basketball gods seem to like brown and orange today. Narat over to Pomus. Little 1-2 outside. Trotter, he's open from 3. Kaboom!
Wow.
How about Tristan Trotter throwing his name into the hat? His first 3 points of the night, and he's lighting up this place. 11-point advantage for your Huskies.
Unbelievable.
Williams finally gets a 2. That was his first 2 points of this half. And still 9 is a pretty impressive performance. He's got more than most of the Hershey players right now, but still, a player of his caliber, you would have thought he'd put up a little bit more.
Yeah, he's well under his average.
Nice dish. Irwin trying to get that aggressive finish. Can't. What a board. What a finish. Charlie Pomus. And he's fired up after it. He flew in to get that rebound, and he put that one up off the glass and in. 24 for your star, Charlie Pomus. Chase Nelson from 3, and he gets a response. Timeout, Fremd.
Wow. It's a big 3, but
Huge 3.
still, I think the momentum's still with the Huskies right now. Beautiful couple possessions. They have come out to play in the fourth quarter. They haven't gotten complacent as we've seen them do in past games. They are pedal to the metal, still fighting. They want to try to blow out this Fremd team. Fremd, not going to let them have it.
And to start that fourth quarter, incredible. Did everything right if you're Hersey. There's nothing you can be disappointed about. I know that 3 might sting a little, but you're still up 8.
Yeah.
There's nothing to stress about. Did everything right. Charlie Pomus playing incredible. Jake Narat making moves. Tristan Trotter gets a huge 3. It's kind of really put this thing a little bit further out of reach. 11 points is the advantage for Hersey. Highest we've seen all season, or highest we've seen in this game, and might be one of the biggest deficits Fremd's faced all season, if I'm not mistaken.
It could be. It could very well be one of. I know they lost to Palatine by 16. But other than that, this is one of the biggest holes that they have been put in. We know their other loss, Lakes, was on a buzzer beater. They weren't trailing that entire game. They did trail in the Palatine game. They probably have trailed in some past games, some capacity. But the time in the lead vastly outweighs. It's like a scale, except the other side gets thrown in the air based on the imbalance. It's just
Thank
wow.
you for correcting me on that deficit. I did forget about their 16-point loss to Fremd, and I do have a good friend of mine that goes to Lakes Community High School, and he told me all about that buzzer beater against Fremd and how fun it was and how incredible it was. Tommy Moffitt, good defense by Luxem, just maybe got a hand in the wrong spot. So that's going to send Moffitt to the free throw line.
And I think right now we're starting to see this fundamental Fremd team. They're starting to show their true colors. They're starting to be dangerous. I think Mike Brown just told them, revert back to your normal ways. Be cool, be calm, be collected. And right now we've seen that miss down on this end by the Huskies. Quick couple points over there. And they're starting to pile it on. They're starting to gain ground. And now Widlow needs to hammer down. They had a good start to the fourth quarter. Now you just got to finish.
Both free throws go from Moffitt. Haven't seen Fremd at the stripe much today, but they have made all their free throws, which is somewhere where Hersey's been making mistakes, as Luxem's going to call that timeout. And now, maybe just some communication issues. Maybe the play that they had drawn up didn't work out because he went immediately over to Narat frantically. Something didn't go right on that last possession.
Yeah, something did not go right, and you still have 3 timeouts left. Not a concern if you waste one, but maybe it is in the momentum department. I know Fremd's feeling it right now. Cut the lead down to 6, was just 11 a couple seconds ago, and this is huge. I would say this next minute of the game is massive because it decides momentum. It's not going to decide the score, but the next couple plays that occur, huge setting for what's going to come in the Final 5.
I think as it stands right now, you got the momentum department on hold. You said, you know what, we called you earlier, just wait for a second, all right? We'll be back in a second. I have a feeling they're going to get a huge point, just a huge possession coming up here. I think they're going to be able to do exactly what they need. 3 here could put it up to a 9-point game. A 2 would just put it back up to 8, which is just a hard feat to come back from if you're Fremd. Palmas driving in to the cup, off the glass. What a touch. He's up to 26.
Wow. Do what you do, Charlie Palmas. He's like a steamroller driving down Rand Road at 3 p.m. on a Monday, just steamrolling every single car in sight. You know those traffic jams are bad. He's just crushing this Fremd defense.
And he had hit 1,000 points 2 games prior to this, had the ceremony to recognize that before the Barrington game, and he's just adding on to that total. He could become one of the highest scorers in Hershey basketball history. Obviously would need a big run for that. Oh, look at the turnaround. Draws the foul, send him to the line. Could he add on 2 more? Could he finish with more than 30? That would be our first 30-plus scorer this entire season. What a performance from Charlie Palmas. He's back over to the free throw line.
That's very impressive. You mentioned 30-point scores. Last person to do it, Charlie Palmas. That Elgin Holiday tournament, I believe he did it against, I want to say it was South Elgin, who they're going to play in the regional coming up on February 23rd.
I believe he was, if I'm not mistaken, just a little bit short on that mark.
Oh, really? My fault.
I could be wrong, though. But I know he absolutely lit up the Elgin tournament earlier on in the season.
All tournament.
As here comes Williams, outside, Chase Nelson. Back over to Williams, trying to drive in on Narat. He gets that one to fall. Nice touch off the glass there. As he starts to pick it back up a little bit. Here's Narat. Ricania just all over that. Even with the mismatch, he's just jumping up and down, trying to make some sort of play on it. Open is Leyva, high arcing 3. Oh, no good. And then over the back on Rafael Pinto. Jake Narat knew exactly what he was doing when he leaned back to go get that one, and Pinto ended up coming away with it. Gets the foul. It's going to be Hersey ball in prime real estate.
This is one of the craziest, not officiated games, because I like the calls, but it's just been all against Fremd, and they are very frustrated. You can tell, fans on their feet.
And that's another 2 off the inbound. Charlie Palmas with another easy finish. He's up to 28. 8-point advantage now for the Huskies. Williams going to drive in. Narat's going to pick up the foul. Aggressive play. And I think if Narat had just backed off the gas a little bit there, Charlie Palmas was up there. You saw that? He was ready to swipe it away like Zion Williamson in his prime at Duke, getting up there to swat that. Charlie Palmas is some of the best hops I've ever seen. He can really get up there. And we've seen it on the fast break before. If he has the opportunity, he will throw it down. It's the first free throw off the mark from Williams.
Williams hovering at 11, and shots just aren't falling. That orange ball is just not going through that red hoop. And we all have these kind of days, whether it be at the Park District, at your local playground, maybe it's in gym class. But right now, if you're Jordan Williams, maybe this is a good time to have it. It's before the MSL championship game. Just get that bad game out of your system in a game that's not that important for Fremd to really win, because now you have the MSL championship coming up, obviously against your crosstown rival.
Aggressiveness on defense from Fremd now. Narat was pulling up for it. Palmas with the putback. I noticed Trotter was wide open in the corner, and the 3 would have really put Fremd on their heels. Still up 8 though. Williams, the 6'6" man, driving in, gets the bucket and 1.
Yeah.
Does have that inch of height advantage on Narat. Got the wingspan. You could hear the emotion. Just how excited he was to get those points. I'm sure he knows.
Yep.
That first half was not ideal for him, and now he's started to pick it up a little bit. He's got 7 in this quarter, and he's at the line. Now big free throw coming. He missed his first one at the line earlier.
Yeah, when he gets hot, he gets hot. Eastern Illinois legend Matthew Posner once called him the Wicked Wizard of the West, and that's really what he is. He's dressed up in green, got the green shoes to go with it, and he kills your hopes and dreams from the MSL West Conference. He's a fighter, and he will not let you have your way. He'll perform, he'll do anything. Look at that hustle.
Oh, and just absorbing defense from Fremd on that one half. High arcing 3 from Ricania doesn't go. So much chaos going on right now. Everything is so fast-paced. One moment, he's got 3 defenders on you, and the next moment, there's someone wide open shooting a 3. Well, luckily, that one was off the mark, or else it would have started to get bad. Oh, the spin. Incredible elusiveness, but still can't get it to fall. And a timeout coming from Hersey, big timeout. Using that well. Since he had 3 timeouts remaining, why not use one? 2.5 minutes to go.
Beautiful
This
idea.
is a game where you really need to get as many points as you can. If you let Fremd start getting a little hot, we could see overtime here.
And that's gorgeous defense from Nara underneath. They had a face-off, little one-on-one at the MSL logo right there in the paint, little Wild West showdown, and it looked like Nara directly facing the west side of that gymnasium. That means he was hoping that he would have to force Williams to go to the left. Williams obviously does not very much like his left. We saw him hit that very nice lay, but all of those rattle outs, all of those misses from Williams today has been driving in on his left, and Nara realizes that, Nara notices that, and he takes advantage. Great defense underneath by Jake Nara, and that's going to keep it within a possession. That's actually huge defense, one of the biggest stands of the season, to be honest.
Things starting to turn up towards the bright side. It's really been all Hersey this game, and a win here would really put you in a good spot, especially in a regional where you could play Fremd to win the regional championship, or even they're in the same sectional. That's my fault.
Yeah.
But you could see these 2 teams in the sectional. Obviously, one of them is going to have to play Palatine to get there. It's 3 incredible teams that all deserve a bid for the state state Final Four, but only one can make it. Luxem trying to just cross up Chase Nelson, who's just been all over on defense. He's everywhere, trying to hop up and down, make it life difficult. Same with Urcania, all over Irwin, but
huge possession. Look for Nara underneath. That's where they're going to try to go.
yeah, 2 guys on Trotter, loses the handle. It's going to be Fremd ball, and it's starting to get loud. It's getting loud for Fremd.
Huge turnover, and oh, God forbid, if this becomes a much closer game, it is going to be on the student section. I can't lie. Fremd, loud. Their whole bench jumping up. Hersey's bench has been trying to get loud, but the student section, very lackluster right now, the Orange Crush. They need to get loud, and they need to strike some momentum. They need to strike some thunder.
Moffitt, 3.
Oh, big rebound.
That was a big miss. Moffitt misses another one. And if this place probably would have exploded in Vikings elation had he hit that one. But can't stand for the Warriors. And over and back. It looks like Nelson probably got a hand on that one. Did he not?
I think he did, but I think it was still last touch by Luxem. That will be over and back. I believe that's a good call. I really like this officiating, honestly. I do really agree with it. I know it's been one-sided, but I think in a good way. It's been very good. Props to these refs. Some major calls they've had to make in this major game.
We're coming out of turn 4, coming into the final stretch. Like the Daytona 500, we are in the final moments. Williams is going to pick up the foul. It's going to be on the floor, I believe.
A little shaken up after that one.
1:48 left to go. It's a 5-point game. Fremd is just looking for anything to put it back to a one-possession game for the first time in a while. For the first time since the second quarter, I believe it would have been a first one-possession game. Down 5, and Hersey needs a stop here, and they need a 2.
And Williams has a chance. Honestly, he's been stifled. Narat's been a dominating force. They might have to look at the perimeter. They might have to look at Pinto, at Nelson, who has been shooting the lights out. Moffitt not been too hot, but Nelson's been dangerous. And Pinto can be a playmaker. It's going to be interesting, Fremd's game plan down the stretch.
I think now's a good time for possibly the "That's my man" chant from the student section.
Definitely is.
That's a good trend. It normally works when you get it right. Yep, there it is, Leo Cohen, but Jordan Williams is able to put it down. He's up to 16 points. No, I'm starting to think about his performance and Ali Linky's just the turnaround later in the game, as defense is going to be huge here for Fremd. Offense, huge here for Hersey. They need points fast. A screen from Narot, looking for, get it over to Pomus. Blocking foul on Williams, the mismatch. And you can see the emotion and the frustration on his face with the call. Both teams are just one foul away from the bonus.
Guess who else is one foul away from leaving this game? Jordan Williams.
Wow, he's up to 4.
Huge 90 seconds coming up.
Whoever's guarding him, get the ball to that guy. Is Thomas.
Why not?
Use up as much clock as you can. Chew away. He's sitting up there near the logo. Moffitt's getting ready to pounce on him if needed.
Run, Jake, underneath.
And a foul on Ricania. That's going to send Thomas to the line.
Big foul. But you're right. You need to get the ball to Jake, and they need to move him around underneath. He was stagnant at the elbow right there, and I'm not really sure about that movement.
I think you can't really have the ball sitting in the backcourt this much.
Exactly.
Fremd, they have 2 guys all over your offensive player every time he touches the ball.
Yeah.
Huge free throws coming up here. Got it. Thomas got the first one. Second one absolutely crucial. He gets that one to fall. 5-point game, 1:19 left. You're going to see the pace increase from Fremd. It is do or die. Here we go. Thomas, by the way, up to 30 points. What an incredible night for Charlie Thomas, but here we go. Defense is huge. Narat playing aggressive on Williams. Williams trying to drive in. Steal from Thomas.
Oh, no!
Gets it back over to Moffitt. In the corner, 3 from Ricania. He drains it. We're down to a 2-point game. Immediate inbound. Here we go.
Oh, goodness.
It's starting to heat up in this gymnasium.
Oh, my
Logan Luxem. Timeout. And you can't leave someone that wide open. Wow. Get out! Get out!
Unbelievable.
And just, you talked about the volume of the arena, man. I cannot believe how lackluster and just how much I'm gonna say it, our student section sucks. It's so bad. Come on, guys, it's just.
I get it's a 3-day weekend, but what you're watching right now, you're watching the 12th round of a prize fight. You're watching Ali and Frazier. You're watching the game of the century. This is the game of your high school careers. For a lot of these seniors, this is it, man. This is your final moment. This is your chance to be loud, to make a difference.
Absolutely.
You don't waste it. This is the biggest 45 seconds of your high school student life. So wake up. Wake up. Make your move, Hersey. It's now. It's now or never. You do it or you die. Huskies, it's time. 45 left.
If our call and commentator can have that much pride, I better well see it on the floor here. Huge 46.5 seconds left, up by 2. Now, you're Hersey. The last thing you can do is turn the ball over. You need to be careful. You need to hold on to that ball like it's your child.
My goodness, rock the baby, Hersey. Come on. Little X motion down low. Look for Nara.
Here we
Look
go.
for Thomas at the key.
Excited to see what this play brings up. What are they going to draw up here?
Oh, shake
It's
the
a
Carter.
Thomas in the backcourt. Here we go. You can hear the student section starting to get loud.
Oh, yeah.
Logan Luxem with Nelson all over him. Trotter defended by Pinto. Luxem back to Trotter. They're playing catch. Pinto maybe trying to force a foul. Thomas trying to chew up that clock. Look, the elusiveness. Open to Luxem. Huge seconds taken off there. And now the foul comes in. That was perfect. That was genuinely perfect. And you're sending a good guy to the free throw line as well. Huge, huge, huge free throws here. You cannot miss.
I do love that possession, but Hersey's a little too passive now. I know they were trying to hold the ball, but Jake Narat, nobody near him underneath.
I can't fathom just how important it was for Charlie Thomas. Looking like Todd Gurley trying to like spin his way off defenders. So elusive just to chew off more clock.
And another major hit
Buying
from
his
the
guys
defense.
time.
Ricardo Ricania out of the game. That's huge.
5th foul. And if for any reason you're back in this scenario where you have the ball and it's still a 1-possession game,
Lord Jesus.
get it to whoever's Williams is guarding. You want to get him out of the game.
Bless the Huskies tonight.
Here we go. Irwin gets the first one. 3-point game. And now Fremd needs a 3 no matter what.
Thomas had the world on his
Luxon
shoulders.
told his players, no fouls. You cannot foul in this situation.
The weight of the world.
Here we go. Kyle, take that deep breath. The free throw that could possibly call a game. Here it is. Off the mark. Still a 3-point game. Here we go. Jordan Williams taking it up the floor. 18 seconds left. Williams outside. Pinto from 3. Fading away. He hits it. He hits a huge 3. And here we go. And now it's Charlie Thomas, the star man, bringing it up the floor. Here we go. For history. Thomas is going to shoot it from 3. No good. We're heading to overtime. We are heading to another overtime game. Talk about some cinema. Talk about some cinema.
Oh, is this Hollywood? No, it's Hersey. Are you kidding me, Carter?
Oh my goodness. Could this be a 2? Was his foot on the line? Like a glory road situation. This could be absolutely incredible. Was his foot on the line? Was his foot on the line? We're about to see. They're checking in at the scorers table. Both teams are preparing like as if it's overtime. We're gonna have to wait on it from the referees. It was indeed a clean 3. Tie game. Rafael Pinto, absolutely major clutch factor. And Thomas was just so close.
Wow.
Well, it's fitting. Our first broadcast of the season, Caden, was an overtime game. Triple OT thriller, matter of fact. But now, we've got another one. And this time, it's a bit of a different situation. Hersey was down against Palatine. They were down 5 with 40 seconds to go.
Now look who was down 5 with 40 seconds to go.
It was Fremd. And Fremd is back from the dead. And really, what the difference was just Kyle Irwin left that free throw short, and it's no discredit to him. I understand the pressure in that situation, but that's why we're here now.
Here's the bottom line.
Kyle has still played an incredible game.
When you're 9 years old, you go into your driveway and you play basketball maybe with your siblings by yourself, but you dream of this moment. You dream of representing your school, your country, your team, your town.
Goes to Fremd.
And it is time to show it. It is time to stand up for your school. It is time to make history.
As our Hershey student section started to get a little bit loud there, starting to come back with that. It's not always just the quantity, it's the quality. You can hear them chanting defense. Chase Nelson, defended by Trotter. Jordan Williams, remember, he's at 4 fouls, 1 more, and it is over for him. And that is something Fremd does not want to happen. Attack Williams when you're on offense, Hersey. Here comes Williams, driving it on Narok, kick it out, Moffitt from 3, no good again. Oh, and a hard fall. We're gonna call it travel. There was a lot of contact in the air. I can understand the call. I mean, you talked about just the wild officiating in this game.
Just miscommunication.
He fell really hard.
He did, that was dangerous. And right now, for all you're concerned, it's 0-0 right now, Fremd possession. You need to make every possession matter.
That shot was off the mark. Here comes Thomas up the floor now.
Oh my goodness.
Luxon, and still just the chokehold defense of Fremd, just absorbing everything, not giving you an inch of space. Thomas, fade away, jumper, no good. Good effort on the board there from Irwin, but it unfortunately fell into the hands of Fremd. Still tied at 52 apiece. Remember, against that Palatine overtime, there was just 2 points from either side in the first overtime. And then it started to pick up in OT2 and then eventually OT3.
Crazy. Absolutely unbelievable. This is just, your heart's pounding out of your ribcage. Can only imagine what these players are feeling.
And just the fatigue, too. I mean, already played so much basketball, and now you've got more.
What a day for sports. I mean, what happened in the Olympics today? Just coming back here, what happened?
Incredible.
Right
What
here.
a weekend for sports. Go Team USA.
Yeah.
Daytona 500. So much, and so much college basketball this weekend as well. To fit what we've got right now, Tommy Moffitt finally hits a three, and you can feel it. Mike Brown is fired up for Fremd, and you can feel kind of the nervous tension from the Hersey side.
Wow.
Timeout from Widlowski. You've got one more to use.
And just so you folks at home know, that is currently a 9-1 run that the Vikings are on, spanning the end of the fourth quarter into overtime. We got a guy jumping around up here on the west side. Let's look at our east. Absolutely nobody. Nobody getting physical right now. Pretty disappointing. It's just, we're halfway through overtime, man. Fremd's up. We have possession though. We need to make a difference. This is what you train for. You spend 5 months, you spend summer camp working on your game just for a taste, for a sniff of this moment. This is huge. You're against a top 10 team in the state. Do something about it. This is your high school careers. You can play 100 high school basketball games in your career. I guarantee you, this is the one you will remember forever.
100% agree. Could not have said it any better. Moments like these towards the end of the season. Rivalries are something you remember more. A state championship, a sectional is something you remember a lot, but it's a moment like this when it's down to the wire in front of, I mean, what could become a rival in the next few years. Thomas, that's the guy you want the ball with. Tommy Moffitt picks up the foul. It's going to be Thomas is going to go to the line. Moffitt's at 3 now.
I like Thomas working, but nothing.
When are we going to get the ball to
Jake?
Jake Nora? That's
It's just, yes, exactly. You can't do it all yourself. You can't just be that Wreck-It Ralph, that Fix-It Felix. You just can't do it all yourself, and they need to get the ball around a little bit more, but it just looks like fatigue setting in for the Huskies. They have no opportunities. They have no drive right now. It's dead, and it's flipped. Right, we saw Fremd for 3 quarters of basketball. They were dead. Nothing could fall, and the tides have turned.
some obscene chants coming from the Fremd side. Don't really appreciate that. Getting in the head of Thomas, it worked, but I mean, that's what I heard was a little too far that time. Fremd's got the ball. They're up 2 now. Now they've got the advantage for the first time in ages. Luxem, you don't want to foul here. You don't want to put Fremd in the bonus. Playing discipline, and that's just what happened. Or no, it was a timeout on Fremd. And I said you don't want to foul, but as time keeps ticking and ticking and ticking, you might be forced into taking that foul. But just don't know, or just don't, you got to understand that it's not over. If they do go to the free throw line, there's the possibility of missing. There's the possibility of you getting that miracle 3 that we've seen, that we just saw from Fremd. But you can respond in that way.
Look,
I think it's time to clear the nerves out of the heads of the guys in white and really just come into your own. Play loose.
From what we've seen, from what we've witnessed, not just from this entire game, but from this entire season, is nothing is given, nothing is guaranteed in the game of basketball.
You earned everything. You earn everything.
Exactly. And you just got to earn it. You have 78 seconds. We keep harping on, this is the biggest 78 seconds of your high school career. This could define even college offers beyond this, but right now, that's not what you focus on. You are trying to do something amazing, something so special for your school. You're trying to hit this shot that could be on the morning announcements, that could spur interest in the basketball game. And the Hersey basketball itself, this is such a big possession for the program.
Williams lost the handle. Here it comes. Luxem driving in. Gets the finish. We're tied at 55 apiece.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and we're back.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, we're back, department. I'd like to call a little favor in because your Huskies are in it, and your student section is finally alive.
I'd also like to call the Luther Village. We need 2 rooms open tonight. Goodness gracious. We might pass out up here. Oh, Lord.
The stress. Chase Nelson is just going to use as much clock as he can. Both teams are probably so fatigued, they just want to get that rest. And now we're back to the action.
Oh, here we go.
Fremd is likely going to look for that last-second shot. They don't want to give Hersey anything.
If you're Brown, I would hold it. I would hold it for 30 seconds. You need the last shot. The
And
last
who are
shot's
they going
most
to get it?
important.
Who are they going to get it to shoot? Pinto? I mean, he hit the one earlier, but he's
Chase
not your most
Nelson.
typical
Chase Nelson is on
three-point
fire.
shooter, and this is their guy, Chase Nelson. Number 2 is the one holding the ball right now.
Unless
ticking
there's-
down.
Unless there's a
14,
miscue underneath.
13,
Oh.
12.
Oh, no.
Jordan Williams.
Oh, my.
Against Narot, your 2 stars of the school.
Oh, goodness. Please.
Is he going to drive in? Williams, step back, off the mark. Time expires. Guess what, Caden? We're doing it again. OT number 2.
I'm going to be sick. Oh. Wow.
And guess what? It was just like that OT one against Palatine. 3 points apiece. And now the action's just going to keep spiking and spiking and getting better and better. How about some cinema to end your high school basketball regular season? This is the moment, everything you've waited for. This is the game you had circled on your calendar.
Yep.
There's so much riding on this, not on paper, but momentum-wise. You know, you don't necessarily get so much on paper. You don't get an actual trophy for winning this game, but you get that feeling. You know, you get that feeling. It's like, let's go. We just beat Fremd. We just beat the number 17 in the state. Let's go on and keep winning and winning and winning, stacking those wins.
This is such a huge game.
In the words of Tom Nelson, keep climbing.
Exactly. And it may not seem like that for the green and gold. It may just seem like you want to win, but is it really going to be detrimental? Maybe not for the green and gold, but for the Huskies, this is huge. This is major. And you got to wonder what's going to happen. What are they going to go to? Who are they going to go to? Obviously, Charlie Thomas has been the star, but here's a little stat for you freaks out there listening at home, and that's Logan Luxem averages the most points in triple overtime in Hersey history. He averages 7 in triple overtime. I know that's a really random stat, but look, maybe he'll be the hero. He'll be the star. Maybe he's the guy you dish it to. The underground man, they're not looking to him much. Moffitt's kept him singular. I believe Nelson's been on him as well. Maybe it's Logan Luxem. You never know what's going to happen. Hersey Fremd, double OT.
Just the height from Charlie Thomas to get that tip. That was incredible. A 3-inch disadvantage, and he was able to get it over Jordan Williams right to him. How about it? Calling that number again, and this is definitely one of the highest point totals we've seen in Hersey history. 33 for Thomas.
Wow.
Not a single other Hersey player is in double digits. But as you like to say, Fremd has spread the wealth well. Climb, charge, coming. And guess who picks it up? It's number 3 again. It's Charlie Thomas.
Oh my goodness.
Advantage Hersey.
All right. You had a good, cool 30 seconds. Nice. Got possession back. Got a quick bucket. You take your time. You take a breath. That was a really sweet pass down low. That was beautiful. And
Truly. And he has
communication.
not missed in the paint. He does it so well. Can maybe use a couple of people from, what do you call those people in the NBA that wipe off the floor? So we needed a towel.
We just need some janitors. That's what we need. Oh, good
toss.
Beautiful.
Nice little, like a bowling throw.
Yeah.
Can you judge on that bowling technique?
Pretty nice. Didn't really tweak the hips that well, but I like that.
Full court press from Fremd. Swing and a miss, Chase Nelson. Logan Luxem now. Over to Trotter. To Narot. Back to Luxem. High press defense again. It's Thomas. Looking to pull up and shoot. Did not. Kicked it back out to Luxem. Thomas. The blooper to Nara. Nearly lost the handle. Got it back. Trotter from deep. Could not get it to fall.
Oh my. Man, this is just
Here we
straight
go.
madness we're witnessing.
2 minutes, 50 seconds left. 2-point game. Jordan Williams is still in foul trouble. You've seen they've been hesitant to give him the ball.
Wow, he's done.
He had the ball with that last second.
Yeah.
But didn't get it to fall, and that's why we're here in OT number 2. Williams driving in on Narod, gets it to go. Clean finish.
That's what Narod doesn't want him to do. He doesn't want him to use that right hand underneath. And Williams takes advantage. That's an easy bucket for him, and now all tied up again. 2 minutes to win it.
57-57. Trotter, Luxem, defended by Nelson again. Over to Thomas. Here we go, Thomas trying to cross him up on Moffitt. Oh, the denial by Klein. And they're going to get the foul. They're going to get the foul. Absolutely huge. Wow. And as we say, send him to the line. Charlie Thomas, he's 33 going on 35. Truly incredible. This is just superstar X-Factor performance we have gotten to witness tonight.
This is insanity. Wow.
Couldn't get 34. We remain at 57 apiece.
And I think Fremd's lucky that one was called on Moffitt. And I think Williams definitely could have picked that up. I think it was very close. Close call.
And Thomas misses another free throw. I think the student section on the side of Fremd is really starting to get in his head.
And you gotta hope not. I mean, these games, you know they're gonna bring out big crowds. Imagine what a state playoff.
I'm sure the school doesn't like us. I mean, we stole head coaches from both boys and girls basketball.
Yeah.
Coach Ludis and Coach Woodlowski, but they have done fantastic jobs with both of these programs. And the girls team was able to get the better of Fremd both times around. Can Hersey get their redemption here? OT number 2, a minute 40 left.
And we also like to beat them. Baseball did last year. Football's been better than them constantly. Now it's basketball's turn.
49-15, like to point that one out. Obviously Fremd is a much better football team nowadays. Yeah, and just maybe some Bush League play here. They're just trying to use up as much clock, which I can understand,
yeah.
But just let the guys play. I mean, this is not the NBA Finals. I know there's so much implications riding on this, but seriously?
I really don't hate it. That's Williams almost picking up a 3-second violation. That was actually close. But yeah, I don't really hate this. I know Brown's telling his players to do that, and it's in the rules. I mean, nothing to stop you. Why not take advantage?
Can't fathom how much we need a shot clock in this game. It's so important to prevent things like this. A 35-second shot clock would be necessary. Is now a timeout from Mike Brown.
All right, here we go.
They're playing TNT as needed because this place is ready to explode like dynamite.
Oh my.
44.0 left on the clock. 57 all. We are in period number 6. OT number 2. Both teams are pretty much out of fouls to give, but we haven't seen very many fouls on either side of the floor.
Wow.
At least in the overtime segment.
I mean, you're walking into Six Flags, you just bought your ticket, you're really excited, and now you're on Goliath. And now you're starting to go up. And that's where we are right now. We're on that way up. It's just your stomach's just dropped. Your heart's pounding out of your rib cage. You're nervous. You're scared. You're anticipating. I don't even know. It's just uncertainty. That's all it is. Nothing is given. And wow, I just can't stress it enough. If you're Hersey, you just can't think of this as a normal game. You got to think, I may never be in this situation again. I've caught breaks today. I've caught foul calls. The ball hasn't rolled the way friends want to. I've caught so many breaks. Now, it's time we take advantage. You've taken advantage all game, but you got to do it when it matters most.
You know, my partner is just so good at delivering the words of wisdom when it's needed. Only the guys on the floor were able to hear us, but still, just the motivation and the positivity you need from Mr. Chikoshi.
Man, just scares us all.
Williams. Little kid nearly ran onto the floor.
Yeah.
Pinto, number 0, guarded by number 0. Feels weird to say number 0 sometimes.
It does.
Just looking for some action. It's just waiting on it. Here we go.
Oh my
Chase
goodness.
Nelson. We talked about how that's who Fremd wants to have with the ball, but no, they give it over to Williams. Deja vu at the key. Here we go, starting to heat up, trying to cross it over, kick it outside. Pinto driving in, can't get it to fall, but he gets the offensive rebound, and he's going to fall out of bounds. Did time expire beforehand? Did time expire? We are about to wait and see. Referees are going to talk it over. Pinto fell out of bounds. Looked like with what could have been just a little bit of time left on the clock. But we'll see a huge, huge call coming here. We're about to see what's going to happen. But with the amount of time that would be left, there's not a lot of time that you can really get something, especially on the opposite end of the floor. 0.3 seconds left.
When you're a referee, 0.3 is the threshold. That's the amount of time that you can possibly catch and shoot. So right now you gotta hope for a tip-in.
When you inbound the ball, it's got to be in the air for a long time. Oh, no. All right. Smart.
Hey,
we're sitting there getting ready, and it's just a standard inbound.
Wow. Welcome to triple overtime.
Did someone say triple OT again? And a total of a whopping 5 points from either side in 8 minutes of play. Both these teams are gassed. Give credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
but
taking it slow.
Fremd does not want to go for anything. I'm not a fan of the basketball strategy where you sit there and hold the ball, and it's like the Jeopardy music is playing. Like, put up a shot, man. Like, sometimes you just got to approach the totality with, you got nothing to lose. Just why not?
I 100% get what you mean, but
then again,
I think it's just safe basketball. They're not risking any injury. It's just, I get it's very frustrating. You know, it's not going to be frustrating is when Logan Luxem drops 12 in this overtime period.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be very satisfying. Look for 0 on the court.
Because he averages 7.
Yeah. By the way, that is the highest point average in triple OT in Hersey history. Unbelievable. Who else?
You know why? It's hard to even bring up again, but you know why we're here? His free throws.
Guess why we lost to Fremd
the first
couple weeks ago.
Missed free throws.
Yep.
They're so important, man.
Yep.
They're the difference between the 12 seed beating the 5 seed and destroying your bracket in March. They're the reason why we're still playing basketball right now.
Charlie Thomas has had such a great game, but he's 50% from the line. If he's 54 from the line, the Huskies have won 20 minutes ago.
Welcome to the jungle, baby. The parents are starting to get loud.
My goodness. We've seen guns all day.
Hope to hear it from the student section soon, hopefully.
Yep. We've seen guns all day from both teams. Who's going to bring home the roses? That's all. That's all I got to say.
Just want to point out, I'm excited to see. He won another tip. I mean, talk about, you're 3 inches shorter than such an incredible athlete, and you're still out hiding him and just getting over the hops for that jump.
Man.
And just how important it was to start with the ball. Deep 3.
Oh, no.
Good. Can't get the rebound. Maybe it over the back. Possibly. No call there.
Oh, goodness.
Still 57 all. 3.5 minutes to go. And Chase Nelson doing what he does. Just holds the ball on the outside. Pinto now trying to drive on Luxem. Back outside to Williams. Taking his time. Such slow pace from Fremd. Hersey has no hesitation, but Fremd just sits there, and they just wait until that shot is in their lap. I would really hope they're not trying to hold on to the ball the entire period. I would be very frustrated if that were the case. Maybe not the case, though. Outside, Moffitt from 3, gets another one.
Goodness
He's
gracious.
starting to heat up later in the game, but now, how are you going to respond? Hersey left that one open. Maybe that is the strategy from Fremd, is they're trying to just toy with you a little bit. Say, you know what, we're going to slow down the pace. Oh, pull up, shoot from 3. Good! Oh, bang, bang, Charlie Thomas does it again. 36 he's got tonight. Wow. Jabs left and right. Rocky Balboa, Ivan Drago. That's exactly what we're seeing tonight as Chase Nelson gets his 2. He's at 12 tonight. Timeout Fremd.
Oh my goodness.
Finally some action in overtime.
This is ridiculous. Those back-to-back threes, Tommy Moffitt has stepped up. If Tommy Moffitt had never been born, Huskies would have won. Tommy Moffitt, he was 0 for 7 after sinking his first 3. He's hit the last 2 in the first and the third overtime. Charlie Thomas also coming up clutch from the key.
I just can't even believe it. It's like hard to even think about the fact that we're in a fourth overtime. I'm sorry, in a third overtime again.
I was very.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit too, kid. It's okay.
It's getting crazy. Man, at this point, I would just.
With how it stands, I'm shocked I still even have my voice.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
I haven't been yelling as much this game, though. Haven't had much to yell about because Mike Brown likes to hold the ball on the perimeter for ages until we all get white hair.
I think we should have a shootout style after this overtime if it ends tied from the half court
knockout style.
Exactly.
Play a little pig.
Exactly. Man, what a game. Instant classic. Put it on the Big Ten Network. Beautiful.
Charlie Thomas is calling for a little bit of relaxation, trying to settle them down a little bit.
Don't shoot a three. That's all I beg of you.
Fadeaway jumper. Oh, just in and out, but a great board from Nara. Finally, and again! And another over the back that wasn't called, and you can hear the frustration. Whitlow's halfway on the floor. Nara was hearing about it too. Oh, how about the steal? Here we go. It's Logan Luxem. OT3 hero again.
Here we go.
He's your triple overtime demon.
Okay.
What a steal. He just totally caught Pinto off guard.
Come on.
We're back in this game, 62-62, and it's Jordan Williams holding the ball again, and we'll likely see the same strategy, just using as much clock until the very end.
I have no words, no emotions, nothing. It's ridiculous.
And how insane would it be to go to a fourth overtime in high school basketball? Klon over to Williams, defended by Nara, and Nara he had made such a good effort to get that offensive board. The fact that it went in and out twice. Fortune was on the Huskies side, but now it's starting to look like it's Fremd. But a clever play from Logan Luxem. Jordan Williams is going to call a timeout.
And honestly,
Take another break.
You got that Luxem turnover and that bucket, but still, that does hurt. But I just don't know. It's like you know that guy with the ruler on his finger and he's balancing it. And that's what happens. Like, he's in a wind tunnel and the wind's blowing it one way, but it just keeps coming back. Some force of nature keeps bringing it back to level. And that's just what's been going on. I don't really, there's just no way to describe this immaculate basketball game that we're watching. We're just so blessed to be here. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. I love you all, and I love this Husky team. It's unbelievable.
There's love in the air.
There really is.
So much love in the community, so much love for Hershey sports, love between Arlington Heights and Palatine, no matter the rivalry, the two wonderful communities with amazing people.
Speaking of love, Logan Luxem, or anyone for that matter, drains a game winner. Bouquet of roses to their balcony the next day, to their front
Might
porch.
have to jump off this little stand we have. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. Might result in maybe a broken ankle.
My goodness.
You can feel the anticipation. It's like it's here. And if Fremd misses with enough time left, that's huge.
It's like Cupid shot you with the arrow, but it's not Cupid shooting. It's Fremd basketball.
And Hershey basketball too.
Yeah, it's just the basketball gods in general. It's the referees. Gosh, praise up to the referees. Beautiful game officiated today, in our humble opinion, and beautiful game played by everyone. Instant classic. Everyone will remember this one for years.
It's Chase Nelson. He's got the ball again. This time he's defended by Irwin, and Luxem is switched over to Pinto. They're obviously trying to switch things up a little bit. And it's been the starting five for both sides, minus Macania because of the foul out and an extra big man with Klon. Williams, they had a screen to set him up open. 25 on 21. Over to 2. Chase Nelson.
Quick reminder, we were up 11.
We were up 11 in the fourth quarter, but we played incredible to keep it tight still in the in the seventh frame.
Man, this is unreal.
Doing this again. Now we're getting down to 12 seconds left. Chase Nelson's got it.
At the altar.
Get ready to have it. come down to this moment. Nelson trying to drive in. He's going to get it off the mark. Here comes Noah, half court. Oh. Did they call a timeout? Were they looking for a foul? So much bizarre moments.
Goaltending. That's the discussion.
Was
There's
it
going to be
goaltending?
goaltending on the Huskies.
Was that the call? Or was it, did he get the hand up in time?
I do not envy these referees.
I do not either. Not overly fond of the calls. And we've got OT number 4. The announcement is official.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
And guess what's playing right now? The show goes on. Lupe Fiasco getting us ready back to go. 62-62, and for the first time in Hershey history, we've got a 4th overtime. Let's keep getting after it.
It's 9 o'clock.
The excitement never ends. It is 9 o'clock. I have not eaten dinner yet.
For all you feeder kids who are watching the game way past your bedtime.
Yeah,
for
seriously.
all our listeners.
Well, it is a weekend.
That's true. All the listeners on the East Coast, it's currently 10 o'clock. You better get some sleep as well. This game is absolutely phenomenal. I have no words. I'm not even watching anymore. I'm sitting on the exercise bike, just pondering my own thoughts, and I'm just really like, it's just, we're blessed with such an amazing opportunity to witness this game and to just announce this game, to broadcast this game. Just beautiful basketball all day. You just cannot ask for more. Cannot ask for anything more from either of these teams, from the basketball gods, from the MSL, from the IHSA. Could not ask for more. And man, Valentine's Day, it's time to fall in love. It's time to fall in love with basketball. That's all I got to say.
And Caden is ready for the moment. We're all ready for the moment.
Wow.
Doing this again. You can kind of see it on the faces of the players too. They want this to be over. They want this bad, and I don't blame them. I'd want it so bad too.
Game
this
winner.
is just actually insane.
Game
how
winner.
far we've come.
Game winners getting a bouquet of roses on their front porch for Valentine's Day.
Oh, 100%. Delivered by the Foster and Chikoshi service directly on your doorstep. XOXO. Another tip-off goes to Hersey.
All right, Logan, heat us up.
Starts to feel repetitive.
You know when Logan gets hot, this game is done for. He's the finisher.
Logan's got 9 tonight, but it's back in the hands of Palmas. Your guy with 36. Jake Narot. Haven't heard from him in a while. Is this going to be an over and back? It's Fremd ball. Could have been a tip there. And still,
wow.
Like Bob Widlowski, I do not envy these referees. I try as hard as I can to not be biased, but it is extremely difficult.
Yeah,
I mean, this is indeed a Hershey broadcast. If I were on CBS, it'd be a different thing.
I just don't think Charlie would miss a pass like that, to be honest. I think that was tipped, but it's all good. Make a stop here, doesn't matter.
Williams, the elusiveness in the finish. But this is what you need. You know, you be able to have the ball in your hand. You know, control the destiny.
That's true. Look who's controlling it. Come on.
You would like to have the ball with the last seconds, but unfortunately, Luxem cannot get it to fall. And now it's Fremd with the ball back in their hands. 62-64, under 3 to go. OT number 4. Oh, and a steal, Kyle Irwin. Here it comes, walks him back up the floor to Palmas. Lost the handle. Unbelievable. You could tell he was trying to stop and he slipped. Could have been going for the dunk, who knows?
Wow, that is,
But he slipped right on the floor. There could have been an issue on the floor.
You hear all
it's
these
so
stories.
rare that you've seen just losing a footing like that. And
all these stories. You've heard of major fly balls getting missed in the fog. You've heard of the Patriots snowmobiling the kickers. They're yelling for the kick.
wow,
no.
Unbelievable. Oh, and who'd they just tee up?
I believe that's going to be Tristan Charlie.
I'm actually, Widlowski's fuming, and I can't express it on air, but I'm very, very frustrated with that call. That is unbelievable. Could not have been cleaner. He's done that 3 times, Logan Luxem, in the exact same way, but for whatever reason, they are now calling the foul.
Oh my gosh. I might have to start distracting.
Timeout, Hersey. Still a 2-point game. Still an opportunity.
And
Free throws and the misses underneath the basket. Not to mention the calls, but like even before the referees' impacts come into the game, it's the free throws and just the missed baskets underneath and just the pressure. And I understand how difficult it is to deal with the pressure that Fremd has been putting up on defense, but it just feels like there's no drive, no aggression. Aside from Charlie and aside from Jake, who unfortunately has not had the ball in his hand enough in this game.
I just want to mention,
Where's the drive?
there has not been, we've heard chirping from both sides between calls. We have heard loudness from the bench, from Widlowski, from both coaches, from parents on the Fremd side. There has been no bench warnings issued, no technical fouls either until now. Tristan Trotter has played the least minutes out of anyone on the floor right now. I didn't see anything he could have possibly said to warrant that.
I mean, obviously we can't hear anything. Maybe he said something.
Maybe he
but,
did.
I don't agree with the call, and I can understand the frustration, but still, Tristan, gotta be, you gotta be a disciplined athlete. You gotta make sure that you're not putting, your actions are not in the harm's way of your teammates. And now the only thing you can do is just hope and pray that Tommy Moffitt misses one of these free throws. He hits the first one, 3-point game.
Comes down to free throws, man. Comes down to free throws. Little saying
Moffitt, second one goes.
Little saying I've learned from
Fremd has a 2-possession lead.
Watching high school basketball is back in the old days when you used to drill free throws constantly at practice. Those were free throws. Free throws are no longer free.
5-point game.
Especially in the high school.
Is he taking another? What is going on? Why is he getting 4 free throws? I'm sorry, I'm confused on this, Katie. Can you enlighten me?
2 technicals issued.
Are you serious right now?
One was on Widlowski as well.
Unbelievable. This is incredible. I'm astonished. I'm actually astonished. And now you've got a foul. I'm honestly baffled. I'm baffled. But you fouled the right guy. And Klon. I'm honestly baffled. I mean, it's not uncommon. Woodlow's picked up technicals in the past, but unbelievable.
Double technical after not a
Credits to
single
Tommy
one.
Moffitt for hitting all 4 free throws. Klon gets the next one, up to a 3-possession game.
Wow.
Klon to make it an 8-point game. And with 6 consecutive free throws, it's starting to look rough for Hersey, but we've seen greater comebacks.
We have. They need a miracle at Hersey.
Luxem outside, Irwin. Luxem from deep. Can't get that one to fall. Get that glass top off the rim. Irwin a floater, good shot, good finish.
Big floater. Full timeout, Huskies. Man, we witnessed such an amazing game, and we witnessed, I'm not very good at math, we witnessed 48 minutes of basketball today. That's more than college. That's an NBA game in play minutes. And it was phenomenal basketball. It was foul calls, it was violations, it was beautiful officiating, it was all of this. And now we have this. For it to end like this is just, not saying it is going to, but for this to be the final straw, for this to be the last gasp of the Huskies regular season, oh, that's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Now you need to fight. You've seen adversity. You have seen adversity. You've seen what, like, you just have seen these foul calls against you. Now it's time to fight. Make your mark.
Full court press here. Chase Nelson's left alone. And just too much movement.
Oh.
Could have been a travel.
No.
Maybe the foul came in before the travel. It's going to send Pinto to the line.
Look, no matter how this game ends, the Hershey Huskies just played the number 7 team in state to quadruple overtime. No
Be
matter
proud of
what.
this game no matter what.
Exactly. This is such a fight.
I was going to say you controlled the controllable, but in all honesty, I don't think they did. If you really controlled the controllable, this game would have been over in the first 4 frames.
I agree.
And I love our guys. I love how hard they work. But this game should not have been going to overtime, and it should not be at the deficit it is at right now.
And you got to realize, next time you're in this situation, you're up 11 in the 4th quarter. You need to do something about it, and they just didn't do anything about it. They didn't capitalize today, and that's been the difference.
Timeout, Hershey.
But just know you have played a top 10 team in state to an 11-point lead in the 4th quarter. You have had that deficit. That's pretty impressive. That's motivating no matter what happens tonight, although they might want to have this one back. Wow. 72-64. Vikings.
Not a words. Not a words. I mean, the frustration with the calls and really just the disappointment in the fact that I feel like we had this game won.
Yeah.
But
definitely. It's just,
I'm proud of our boys for fighting this hard to stay in this. But
the podcast room is for ranting, not here, but it's just, we had this game won for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth. And we were up 11 in the 4th quarter. Keep harping on it, and it's down the drain now. It's a big foul.
Foul on Fremd. Hershey will go to the line. We have seen bigger comebacks, but with the way Fremd plays and their ability to shoot from the line, it's going to be extremely difficult.
One can hope.
This is not Texas A&M in Northern Iowa. You are playing Fremd. And now it's Palmas back at the line again, who has struggled from the 3-throw line tonight. He misses another one.
He has had such an impressive game.
Aside
I don't want
from
to discredit him, but
aside from the free throw misses, he has had a truly incredible game. Shout out Charlie Palmas for playing the lights out. I mean, if there's someone who plays with so much pride and someone who just loves and cares so much about his teammates and tries so hard to win and do everything he can, it's definitely Charlie. Underneath Williams, that one's going to go. 9-point lead for Fremd. This one is really starting to get out of hand.
It's just free throws, you keep saying. I truly believe he would break Dave Corzine's single-game scoring record if he made every single free throw up to this point. He would have had the record, and that's just
wide open clawing up the court to Pinto. That one's going to fall. Timeout with Lasky. 1:11 to go, and this one is started to fall apart.
Man.
Wow. Out of words. What a season, though. Really an incredible season. Really wish the back half of the season would have been better. The start of the season through early January was truly incredible. Some of the best basketball I've gotten to watch.
Exactly.
And if this is our last basketball broadcast of the season, truly what a privilege to call this team. Such an incredible group of guys, such a well-coached team, so talented. They do everything they can to win, and they have done so well. And I'm truly proud of all these guys.
Yeah.
Obviously not the finish you were looking for in this game, but what a season. It's so much to be proud of.
Yeah, let's reflect. I mean, You've still finished 17-7. What a record. We started 11-0, just about. You're 6-4 in one of the hardest conferences now in the state. That's nothing to frown about.
To the people who have stuck with us to watch through 4 overtimes at 9:22 p.m. on a Friday, thank you so much for being so supportive and truly engaging in the dispatch, broadcasts, and the podcast, and everything we do.
Hold the phone. This game's not over. Superman of the line.
Still like to
looking
thank
for
our
40.
viewers. Need to make these free throws, though.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. But hey, 40 would be nice.
It would.
It's just, I know he's had the majority of possession time. I know he's had the majority of shot volume.
40 burger for Charlie Thomas. An incredible game for him, but
in my humble belief, so many different.
Lost the handle. It's going to be Hersey ball. All right. Things are starting to turn up a little bit. I don't think they've updated the score. I believe the score is now 76 to 68. I believe.
Sorry.
I think.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think.
Down 8. 3 ball. Got it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. We're not out of it yet. 5-point game. Doll, you got to get a foul. Don't let this hinder.
I like forcing it. Oh, you forced it.
Oh, should have fouled. Really should have fouled in the backcourt. Used way too much time.
Should have just been smarter.
Thomas, he's got 43, looking for 45, gets it to go, and it's still him. You need an immediate foul. You need a foul right away. Leyva does it, or was it Narod? It was Leyva. Or was there a timeout?
Yeah, I don't want to harp on Pounce's game again. 45 points, insane. Nobody can drop 45 points in a high school game. That's absolutely nuts. But
he'd be at 50. He'd be at half 100.
I feel
if
like
he hit those free throws.
Late in the fourth quarter, if Narod gets possession down low, this game is over in my opinion.
I can feel. I know Jake is such an incredible kid. He's so humble too. So humble. I mean, he hardly takes any credit in any. Doesn't brag about his achievements. But I can definitely tell he's a little bit frustrated because he has been there and he has been working hard to try and get open and try to give this team an opportunity, but it's just not been given.
All right, time to go.
Thomas gonna pull up 3.
Unbelievable. Oh, I thought that went in.
Foul coming again.
Why not? That's a travel.
Another travel missed. Do we have the names of the officials? I'll try to get it. It's just, it doesn't matter. It's just.
Guy in the glasses is Tom. I announced with him at the Hardware Classic. He did a great job there, refereeing Vider, Prospect, a couple of those other games.
Sometimes you have an off night, man.
Yeah, he's here at Hersey a lot. I really like his refereeing style. He's very enthusiastic.
Pinto drops another free throw.
And they've gotten a workout tonight, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it's not anything. This game is not to blame on
Free
them.
throws were the name of the game.
Yeah.
Fremd hit almost every single one, and Hersey missed a boatload.
Free throws, decision making, you name it.
I mean,
Hersey could have beaten the number 7 team in state.
6
they didn't.
consecutive free throws were the reason that they were even so far down. Is good bucket there from Ethan Grease.
That's it.
That's going to be all she wrote.
All right. Wow.
Thank you so much to all our viewers for turning in. Disappointing end to this, but we've got a lot to look forward to, a lot to, not a lot to harp on, but truly an incredible game upcoming in the regionals, and what a season they had. Thank you so much to our viewers for tuning in this entire basketball season. Hopefully this is not the last basketball broadcast, but that is going to be it. Thank you so much. Have a great long weekend.
Happy Valentine's Day.